Hey everybody, I'm Tara with Making Sense, and I wanted to go over what comes in the starter kit. Many people have been asking what comes in it, what can I do with it. Some people have the starter kit now and they're not getting the full benefits because they don't know what to do with everything. So what comes in the starter kit is Young Living's most basic, popular 11 oils. To give you an idea of what comes in it, I'm going to go over the 10 that come in the kit, and then they added in a bonus called Stress Away. So you get 11 oils total. They're 5 milliliters, so they're sample size. After you are done with your samples and you go on to order again, you'll get the 15 milliliters, so it's about 3 times the amount. You'll also get a product guide, so it'll help you with what you can use it for and gives you basic idea of all the products, because Young Living's not just oils, they have supplements and diffusers like the one I have burning now. That comes in the starter kit as well, and that's a $100 value in itself. So I want to start, just give you a brief description of what some of the oils are that come. So I'll start here with lemon. The lemon is one of my favorites. I use it in my personal cleaning sprays that I make for, you know, like an everyday antibacterial spray. Lemon's also alkalizing if it comes from the rind, which Young Living's is pressed from the rind. So if you are squeezing lemon into your water, it's actually acidic, whereas the rind is alkaline. So it's great if your pH is off and you want to bring that back down. It's also good for colds and flus, and that season is just around the corner, and it seems like the cold and flu season never even ended this year. I talk to people every day that are still sick. So lemon's just good to have on hand. It's good for digestive problems, cleaning and whatnot. So we'll go on to the next one. Comes in the kit is lavender. This lavender smells amazing. It's great to help with sleep. You can put a drop or two in your hands and rub it on your pillow. Lavender is also great for burns. So if you get a burn while you're cooking, which I do all the time, you can put it directly on the burn. It soothes it. Great for sunburns, which I tried about a month ago. I was burned, and I just mixed a little bit with a carrier oil. A carrier oil is another oil like coconut oil, jojoba oil, grapeseed oil, whatever works for you. You can mix it and it gives you more of a spreading area. Lavender is also good for eczema and psoriasis, and I made a cream for a friend, and I've been using it on my son as well. He gets eczema occasionally from certain foods that he eats, so I make creams and I add lavender in there. So that's good for that too. The next one we'll go on to that comes in the kit is peppermint. Peppermint smells amazing to me. Peppermint has a wide range of uses, from helping with those tension headaches. You can just put a drop on your temples. Peppermint's also good for nausea. So if you're pregnant, you can just smell from the bottle, and a lot of times women say that alleviates the nausea that is accompanied with pregnancy. What else? Fevers. It's good for fevers. It's got that cold feeling, so you can actually apply to the VitaFlex point on the bottom of the foot for a toddler that has maybe a fever you're trying to bring down a little bit, because fevers are not always a bad thing. It's the body doing what it's supposed to be doing. It raises the temperature to fight off germs and whatnot, what's going on in the body. So if you kind of want to bring that down a little bit, you can use peppermint in doing so. Peppermint's also, what else is it good for? Digestive problems. People are actually able, I used this on my husband a couple weeks ago. He was nauseous, and I just rubbed it. Always go in a clockwise direction on the abdomen, because that's the way all the digestive tract flows through. So I put some peppermint on his abdomen, and within a couple of minutes he felt relief. So peppermint's always good to have on hand. It's also good for sore muscles. So after workout or tension in your traps and whatnot, I always top peppermint on top. It gives it like an icy hot feeling. So it's really cool. Next we'll do is Purification. Purification is a nice blend. The first three we just talked about were single oils. There's nothing else in them. Lemon, lavender, and peppermint, that's all that's in them. Then Young Living makes blends, so they'll blend different oils for different things. Purification, if you burn this in the diffuser, can purify the air. It's also good for skin, so if you have blemishes, you can put it right on. Some people say it's kind of a hot feeling, so you can actually mix it with a carrier oil and dilute it and put it right on if you have a blemish. Or bug bites, they're using this for ear infections. They're not dropping it directly in the ear, they're actually just putting it on a cotton ball inside the ear or wiping around the outer layer of the ear. What else? I use this personally when every summer I get a heat rash and it gets bumps and itchy and everything else, just in certain areas where I sweat. And I was able to completely clear it up with Purification. I mixed a little bit with coconut oil, and after a couple of days it's gone and it hasn't come back. So this is the first year that I've been without this rash that I get every summer. Next we'll go on to frankincense. Here's frankincense. And frankincense is good for skin too. It's been reported it's good for high blood pressure. It's good to burn. Like, I use it in the diffuser. It's uplifting. You can use this for mole removal. People have reported using it twice a day directly on the mole, and it actually drying it out. So frankincense actually has a long history all the way back into the biblical times. So this stuff is very, very cool. I like it. It's also been reported to help with UTIs, depression, wrinkles. People are making creams and just adding some frankincense so that around the eye area and stuff like that. It's just good for hydrating the skin. Next we'll switch up to is Pan Away or Pain Away. This stuff is amazing, and it has a special cap on it that's childproof. So this one's actually really good for pain. I've been using this along with another one that I'm going to go over, and peppermint. They're all great for that tension that you get up in your trap area, low back pain. Almost smells like really mentholy, but it's great. If it's a great pain option if you don't want to use over-the-counters or scripts. So I've been using this with success, and it's actually like half of my oils are now gone because I use them every night. I love them. And I can use them every night and sleep peacefully and know that I didn't put any chemicals. I put 100% therapeutic grade oils into my skin. Next is Joy. Joy is very uplifting. For people that are depressed, they report that this can actually, just smelling it or diffusing it, can actually really uplift them and get them out of that emotional stress that they're in. I don't use this one too much personally, but I have friends that use it and say that they never like the smell. It smells very flowery, which is not for me. But I have friends that are using this and are just like in love with it now. People are using it for a perfume alternative, just a couple of drops on the wrist if you like a flowery scent. What else is this good for? Confidence, love, uplifting. Those are all the things that are reported that you can use this for. So next we have Peace and Calming. There's Peace and Calming. I like this one for my toddler because he is a boy, and sometimes, you know, they go through these tantrum stages and things like that. He's 2. So I've used this successfully in calming him down. Some people say they can use it for sleep, and others report that they can't because of the citrus. So you'll have to experiment. But Peace and Calming, the smell is just amazing. It smells really good. It's good for anxiety. You can just put a couple of drops on your wrist or on the back of your neck. It smells amazing. It's got amazing properties, and they're actually saying that you can use it for colic. So if you have a baby that's colicky, you would just put a couple drops on mom, and just holding baby, it's said to calm them down. You can also put a couple of drops in between pets if you have a dog that's afraid of fireworks or stuff like that that's going on and having fear. People have had success in calming their pets down with it as well. So that one's always a good one to have on hand. This one is also gone for me. I use this one a lot. So I'll have to reorder that one. On to my next favorite one is Valor. Valor is a unique blend for Young Living. They actually call it chiropractor in a bottle because it's so good for things like muscle, joints, scoliosis, spinal pain. This one's also finished for me. I'm done with this one. This one actually helps people sleep too. You can use this on the VitaFlex point. The big toe correlates to brain activity, so if you're having a hard time sleeping and not getting that deep sleep, rub this on the big toe before bed or diffuse it. It's great if you have back pain, muscle pain. I mix Valor, the one I showed you earlier, Panaway, and I top it with peppermint. Amazing for back pain. So all three of those are gone for me, but I really like Valor. It's also known to promote feelings of confidence. So if you have like a big business meeting or something the next day, you can put a little Valor on and just feel like you're on top of the world. Next we'll go to is Thieves. This right here, this little bottle is what drew me into Young Living because of personal testimony. So I had bought this prior to even buying my starter kit. I bought it just to have on hand for a cold and flu season this past year. I bought it and I just put it in my medicine cabinet and knew that it was there and wanted to try it if I were to get sick. So my son had come down with something and passed it on to me, of course, and the morning that I woke up, my throat was so sore, I thought I had maybe like strep throat or something. I didn't know, but we don't have insurance, so I remembered I had this bottle of Thieves, and I went online and looked up how to use it. And now Thieves is made of cinnamon, there's eucalyptus, lemon, clove, and rosemary, I believe. This is a hot oil, so when you put it directly on your skin, it can actually give that warm burning sensation. But if you mix it with a carrier oil, like little coconut oil with this, it doesn't burn anymore. So I took it and I rubbed it up in my lymph nodes, which are right kind of below the ear, and all the way down where I felt the pain in my throat, all the way. And I had been gargling with salt water, which was no longer helping my situation. So it was suggested that I could gargle this. So I mixed this in 8 ounces of water. I put 2 drops of Thieves and I gargled that. I kid you not, with the NEAT is what it's called, direct application on my neck and gargling. Sore throat was like 90% better. So I did this every 2 or 3 hours that day, and the next day I had to do it less and less, and within 2 days, gone. My throat cleared. This stuff can help with strep throat. They say that it can cure strep throat, so you don't always need to resort to a doctor and meds. I would try this first. Thieves is what they're using in hospitals now. I think there's like 200 hospitals using Thieves. In the diffuser, when you burn it, it kills 99.6% of airborne bacteria. So you have a child in the house that's sick, your husband's sick, and you don't want to get it, diffuse the Thieves. I mean, along with the topical application, you can put it on the bottom of your kid's feet to boost his immune system. And I know it's school season coming up. This is a great one to have on hand. You can put 1 drop on the bottom of the child's feet and it boosts his immune system. So if he's coming into contact with people on the bus or in his classroom that have an illness, he's less likely to get it. And if he does come home sick, you're well prepared with Thieves and lemon. So this is a good one to have before the cold and flu season. You don't want to be ordering it when you're already feeling like, you know, like a truck hit you. It's also good for mold. It can kill mold. So if you're trying to rid some mold up in your window seals or whatever, it's good for that. It's good for sanitizing surfaces as well. I use this. I make a cleaning spray, I told you, with lemon, and this is another ingredient that I add to it. So that when I'm wiping my counters, all that spray that's misting into the air is not going into my child's lungs or my lungs. I know what I'm spraying, and it's clean, it's easy, it's cheap. I haven't bought cleaner in over 3 years. So it's great for that. It's also good for warts. If you know people that have warts, you can do a direct application. It may burn, so you'll try it in a little area first, but you'll want to put a carrier oil bordering the wart because the oil spreads and you don't want it to burn the rest of your skin. So if you have a wart that you're trying to get rid of, what I would do is you can try it with coconut oil or something, because coconut oil is actually antifungal as well. So you can mix a little with coconut oil, put it directly on the wart, put coconut oil around the wart, and you would do it twice a day. Expect a little burning, just as you would if you went to get it burned off in the dermatologist. But I noticed when you do that, go to the dermatologist, they always seem to come back. So try some thieves on that. Or oregano, which oregano doesn't come in the kit, so that's a whole nother subject, but thieves can work for that too. This one is one of my favorites, and it comes in the kit. So the last one that comes in the kit is a bonus. It's called Stress Away. This stuff is amazing for getting rid of anxiety. My husband has some ADHD, and sometimes he's a little strung out from work, so he'll come home, and this is the first bottle that I grab, and I put a couple drops on his neck, and it calms him down. I've diffused it on Friday nights when it's a high energy night after a full week, and within minutes we're relaxed. It's got a very unique smell. He says it smells like an orange sickle, but I think it smells, I don't know, like a vanilla. It's really good smell. But some people are using it as a perfume or whatever. If I feel a lot of stress, I'll just put a couple of drops on the back of my neck or on my wrist, and I'm good. It's good for relaxing, mental fatigue, trauma, anxiety, and balancing the equilibrium. So that's a little bit of that. So anyways, those are the 11 oils that come in the starter kit, as well as samples, product guides, the diffuser. So it's like over a $300 value that you get for $150. You also, with that starter kit purchase, you also receive 24% off all future purchases for life, with no obligation to buy and no obligation to sell. That's this, from what I'm doing with it, I'm just trying to spread this beautiful product, just spread the knowledge that I've learned from it. I'm not against medications. I believe they have a time and place in society. I just feel like they're way overused, and there's alternatives. So I'll give you guys some more updates as we go, but I just wanted to touch base on the starter kit and show you guys how you can use it in your own home. If you have any questions, feel free to contact me anytime. You can post right here on this video, or you can private message me. Have a great day. Thanks.